Great Dane Explain. This is Great Dane Explain, and my friends, the time has come for us to discuss the all-important, the applicable, the relevant, the pertinent 2018 executive order on foreign election interference that was signed by Donald Trump. Now, maybe you've heard a little bit about it, some sort of mysterious executive order from 2018 that was going to be a bombshell and it was going to matter now, all that. But maybe you haven't been able to hear the highlights of it and how I would say it's almost a work of prophecy, as if they knew what was going to occur in this 2020 election. So let's take a look at some of those highlights together. But first, please subscribe and please share this video. YouTube hates my guts. They think I am a white supremacist for sharing this stuff. They think I am like seriously racist. So I need your help because I am getting no help from the YouTube algorithms. That being said, let's go. I'll put a link in the description, but right now we're gonna go through some of the highlights, okay? Starting here. Although there has been no evidence of a foreign power altering the outcome or vote tabulation in any United States election, remember this is back in 2018, foreign powers have historically sought to exploit America's free and open political society. In recent years, the proliferation of digital devices and internet-based communications has created significant vulnerabilities and magnified the scope and the intensity of the threat of foreign interference, as illustrated in the 2017 Intelligence Community Assessment. I hereby declare a national emergency to deal with this threat. And you're not going to hear this on CNN, but this is still active. We are still in a national state of emergency from this order in regards to foreign election interference. And might I just remind you, according to Bloomberg, Dominion Voting Systems is based in Toronto, Canada. Now, would that be considered domestic interference or foreign interference? Okay, so let's get to the good stuff, folks. Here we go. Not later than 45 days after the conclusion of a United States election, the Director of National Intelligence, if you don't know, it's this man right here, John Ratcliffe, okay, a patriot, in consultation with the heads of any other appropriate executive departments and agencies, shall conduct an assessment of any information indicating that a foreign government or any person acting as an agent of or on behalf of a foreign government has acted with the intent or purpose of interfering with that election. So it doesn't have to just be China. It can be anyone domestic who has acted on behalf of the CCP. And I got a feeling that's going to be a lot of people. Let's continue here. The Director of National Intelligence shall deliver this assessment and appropriate supporting information to the President, Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, the Secretary of Defense, the Attorney General, who is now Rosen, Barr is out of here, and the Secretary of Homeland Security. Okay, so what's next? Well, within 45 days, John Ratcliffe, the head of the DNI, would write up a report and deliver that report in regards to these things right here. The extent to which any foreign interference that targeted election infrastructure materially affected the security or integrity of that infrastructure, the tabulation of votes, or the timely transmission of election results. And what's been our issue? We have not been getting the correct tabulation of votes, and we sure as hell have not received a timely transmission of election results. You know, after they paused the voting on night one, when we should have got the results and took weeks and weeks to count the rest of the votes. That is not timely. Now, if you're curious as to what election infrastructure means, well, here you go. It means information and communications technology and systems used by or on behalf of the federal government or a state or local government in managing the election process, including voter registration databases, voting machines, voting tabulation equipment, and equipment for the secure transmission of election results. And what else? Including by unauthorized access to, disclosure or threatened disclosure, or alteration or falsification of information or data. And what did we find out today, guys? I did a video on it, but just a quick reminder, we found out that not only had the 2020 data logs been deleted from Antrim County, that the error rate was 68.05%, when the threshold is never supposed to go over 0.0008%. So you tell me, would that fall in the category of alteration or falsification of information or data? Yeah, I think so. So what now, guys? Well, technically, this Friday, December the 18th, will be 45 days, as it says here, within 45 days from the conclusion of the election. That could be this Friday. A lot of people are saying it is this Friday, but what was technically the conclusion of the election? That's what I'm not totally sure on, because if they were counting for another week or another 2 weeks, when was the actual conclusion? That's one thing I'm not sure on yet. Let's wait and see. Let me give you an idea of where this might be going now. This is from Ron at Code Monkeys. Follow him. This guy's got great info. Soon to be Attorney General Rosen, you know, who just replaced Barr, recently wrote an essay on foreign influence in U.S. elections. Quote, "Foreign actors are covertly trying to undermine confidence in our elections. Malign foreign influence efforts in our election has been a perennial problem." So this guy is aware. This guy is on it. Let's see if he brings the heat. What is General Flynn saying about this?
Well, here's where I think we are. First of all, there's a whole number of paths that the president has, and like I say, asked on a scale of 1 to 10, who will be the next president? I say 10, Donald Trump. I would also add that we have conclusive evidence of foreign interference in our election. Foreign interference in our election. You have the DNI coming up on, I think, this Friday with a report on a whole range of issues. One of the things that I would recommend if I were the DNI, or certainly if I were the National Security Advisor, is I think that the President of the United States has to trigger his executive order, I think, of 2018.
And look, Trump doesn't want to do this. He's been giving these assholes every opportunity to come clean. He's been telling Arizona, don't certify those results or you'll be complicit. He told Brian Kemp in Georgia, don't do it. Don't certify those votes. You don't want to be complicit in foreign election interference. Let us audit those machines. Don't do it, buddy. He did it. Same thing in Pennsylvania. He warned them, don't certify. Call a special session. They wouldn't do it. So I think we're getting to the point where they have left Orange Man no choice but to drop the hammer. And check this out. Even John Ratcliffe, head of the DNI, he briefed members of the House and Senate intelligence communities over the summer and told them, hey, get ready. Watch out. Chinese Communist Party, they're going to be trying to blackmail you.
You wrote a piece for the Wall Street Journal, and you say China is targeting members of Congress with 6 times the frequency of Russia and 12 times the frequency of Iran. What is behind Beijing's aggressive approach?
So they want laws and policies out of the United States that are favorable to China. And what they're really trying to do is, through blackmail, through bribery, through overt and covert influence, trying to make sure that only laws that are favorable to China are passed.
Have you been to Capitol Hill, and have you briefed this threat information to lawmakers?
I was so troubled by what I saw from the position as the Director of National Intelligence that I went and briefed both the House and Senate Intelligence Committees on this information, which they found surprising and troubling. But that's part of alerting members of Congress to the threats that they're facing and that the American people are facing in this broad campaign that China has to replace the United States as the world superpower.
So there it is. Even Ratcliffe was trying to tell the House and Senate, look, if you get a box full of fortune cookies stuffed with $100 bills, you better send that back overnight direct to Shanghai, baby. They've been warning them. They've been giving these fools chance after chance. And is it any coincidence that right now this story breaks? Leaked files expose how Chinese state-sponsored spy rings infiltrated U.S. consulates. Thousands of CCP members have infiltrated corporations' Western consulates. I mean, come on. Now we have the Joe Biden and Hunter Biden investigation heating up. 24 criminal subpoenas issued today in the United States, all in regards to Hunter Biden's shady dealings with China. It's all coming together, and we are seeing the left panic. And I don't know if you saw this, but just recently, Trump loosened U.S. execution rules allowing poison gas and firing squads. You guys better come clean. I don't want it to come to this. That would be a very sad day. But if you're committing massive amounts of treason, trying to overturn our election for the benefit of the Chinese Communist Party, baby, you got another thing coming. And Donald Trump had an executive order in 2018 that was a work of prophecy, and it is coming to fruition, and this sucker might be activated any day. So be on the lookout. This is Great Dane Explained. Please, if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends, share it with your family, show them what is really going on behind the scenes that you're not going to find on mainstream news, and subscribe to this channel. I love you guys. I appreciate you. This is Great Dane Explained. I will talk to you soon. Peace. Woo!